Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Employee Relations application demo. This application was built by the Built on Workday application team and is designed to meet your employee relation needs. The app aims to simplify the technology landscape for Workday customers by allowing you to easily move cases through different stages of the case lifecycle without being limited to linear process steps. The application allows you to take actions on cases, view case analytics, allows for the storage of resources, and more. The application is divided into two distinct hubs, the Employee Relations Configuration Center and the Employee Relations Center. The Configuration Center is where you can configure values to meet your business needs. These configurable values include case number sequence, AI configuration, case templates, document templates, statuses, outcomes, and knowledge articles, including documents and links. This application can be used on its own or alongside AI. AI can be used for creating document templates as well as generating hearing summaries. This application can also be used alongside Workday Help. From here, we can navigate to our case templates, and we can see the option to add templates. Here we can specify a template name, what countries should be able to access the template, whether employees can initiate and view the case after creation, which roles should be enabled on the template, as well as we can add help text. Additionally, we can use up to 10 custom fields based on what we need to include within our template. We can mark these custom fields as required and whether these can be updated upon edit. Examples of the types of fields include text, date, instance list, and checkbox. Once we have configured our values, then users can use the ER Center. The ER Center is a centralized place where users can access the cases that they have permissions to access. They can assign cases to themselves. They can create new cases for themselves or others, and more. We can see our different case cards here. The open case cards includes cases where the named employee or case raiser is supported by the logged in user and a case manager is assigned. Confidential cases include cases that are flagged as confidential. My assigned cases include all cases where the user is a case manager. My cases include cases that were raised by or for the employee where templates allow employees to view. My working cases include cases where the user is a case manager, mediator, investigator, hearing manager, or additional person. Unassigned cases is where no case manager is assigned. From here, we can see different options such as a new case for worker, or to see our knowledge articles. If we go in to create a new case, we can see that we're immediately prompted to select a case template. We can see our help text pulling through from what we configured within our case templates in our configuration center. Next, we can input our case details. We can see our required fields that are marked with the red asterisks. We can include a case description. We can include a status, communication preference, whether the case is confidential, who the case is about, whether that's an employee or other such as a union. Next, we can see our template fields. We can see examples of the custom fields that are the checkbox type, text type, and date type. Next, we can add any additional people that are involved with our case. We can either have this as a worker select or a free text. We can specify their involvement and whether they should be able to have access to the case. Once our case has been created, we have different options, including assigning the case. We can edit the case, update the status, delete the case if it is no longer required. We can assign the case, schedule a hearing, generate documents, and more. We can view our people involved from this area. We have our case hearing where we can schedule our hearing. When doing so, we can specify the hearing date and time, as well as the attendees. If we then navigate back to our case hearing section, then we can see we now have the option to use our AI functionality to generate the hearing summary. Next, we have the option to view our linked cases. We can create a linked case directly from here. We can also view our Workday help cases, which are linked, and our linked ER cases. Next, we have our notes and attachments area. From here, we can add notes and we can also generate our documents. Our list that we're seeing here is based on our document templates, which will be configured within the configuration area. Next, we have our template fields as well as our case history. Once our case has gone through the necessary stages and it's ready to be resolved, we can then update the status to resolved. Once we select a resolved status, we would then be prompted to choose one of the outcomes that we have configured. From our home here, we can see our case zone that we're currently seeing, our overview, resolved cases we can see from here, as well as we could view case analytics, and this is a great place where we can see different analytics of all of our cases. That's all for today, and thanks for watching.